Hey everyone, it's Apache here and we are back. Yes, I've taken a summer vacation, summer hiatus, but now I'm actually back and wanting to record again. I'll talk about that a little bit in a minute, but welcome to ARK Survival Evolved. This is a brand new game we're playing here on my channel. I'm really excited to be showing you this game. I've been playing this game a lot over the last few weeks. This server opened up about 3 weeks ago. We are playing with a group of guys that I know in real life. So we've had a lot of fun discussing stuff between the different tribes on the server. We've got a lot of interesting stuff going on in this season. So I'm actually quite high level here. I've done a lot in this game, as I say. I've been playing every day and I've just hammered this game completely and absolutely. Hours and hours and hours every day. We built a lot, but I'm actually bringing you in here now because all of this is going to change soon. I'm going to do a base tour, show you around what I've managed to build up on here, and then we're going to rip it all down because we put a new mod onto the server. We put the Castles, Keeps, or is it Castles, Keeps and Forts mod on, and so all of this kind of vanilla stuff, all of this will be ripped down and changed to the new stuff. So anyway, I'm going to show you around what I've built already. We've got a few different mods in this mod pack. All the links and descriptions and all the kind of mod details are in the down there below, so if you want to check out what we're playing with, then you can have a look down there. It's quite simple though. We've got some basic kind of almost core mods now, like Structures Plus, Resource Stacks, Moby Dick Plus, which does almost nothing. The whales still attack you on the rafts. And then the two main mods kind of that change stuff, we've got medieval props, which is these kind of cloth pouches and all kinds of stuff like that. Lots of storage options, lots of things like this painting, interior design, exterior design, wonderful things basically. That is all crafted in this table here, medieval table. And then we have Castles, Keeps and Forts as well, which we have the the masonry table here. We have is this a carpenter's table? Yes, a carpentry table here, and the villager crafting table as well. So we're going to be having a play around with all of these different building materials. I am playing mainly a building type character. I will show you my kind of the stats I've got here. So I'm not PvP based at all. We are on a PvE server. The guys that are playing on here with me, we're all role players. We know each other through kind of different roleplay things in real life. So, you know, we're not going to be doing much PvP. All of us talk of doing some war days and stuff. So 190 health just to have some. I'm actually gearing up to go into the caves at the moment. Level 97 as you can see, so you're coming in quite late into this. But there's still a huge amount to do. The game's only really just beginning. So movement speed, I hate moving slow in different games, so I've made sure I up my movement speed. A lot of weight so I can carry around a load of building materials, and a lot of stamina as well so I can keep going. And also because we're playing on the Ragnarok map, then you need fortitude in this and your fur armour, because it is unforgiving. If we look on the map here, I'll show you where we are. If it ever wants to load, there we go. You can see we are right up in the Highlands here. We're on a little kind of natural harbour in the Highlands, and which means essentially that the temperature here changes. What is it at the moment? It's night time at the moment. So what are we at the moment? We are on -8. So it's -8 to -9 degrees here. I've seen it get as low as -16, -17, and during the daytime as well, and I've seen it get as high as about 24, so it's very, very changeable, the weather here. Anyway, let's get on with the kind of the base tour here. I'm going to take Gamma up so that we can all see exactly what's going on. So Gamma 5, just so we can say, I'll take it back down again in a little bit. So this is my main kind of storage room here. I've got the standard kind of catwalks with 3 rows of these large storage boxes set up. I think I've got around about 70 in total here, but most of these aren't actually used. You can see a lot of these are 0, 0, 0, 0. It's only really the ones on this side that have been used, and still not many of them. So I've got, where do they start? Dyes, stimulants, spark powder, so I've got all of those there. And bookshelf for the blueprints. This is one of the new S Plus bookshelves. Really nice actually, 600 slots, far too many. Over here I've got a bit of the S Plus stuff, and over in this side I've got medieval props and the CKF mod work tables there, just so I can have a play around and see what the different things are. If we head up here first of all, I'll show you to the first of the aviaries. So we have 3 Argentabuses out here. We have Apache's RG. This is one that was imprinted and raised by Trexie for me. We have On 4 here, and we have Forandor here. So these two, or On 4 was one again that Trexie raised for me, and then Forandor was a 150 that I tamed up. In here we have 3 out of our 4 Pteranodons. We have Tamara, we have Terranova, and we have Timona. And we do have somewhere, I think she's over at the one of the other Highlands bases, we have Tessa as well, all with PT at the front. So out here we have another little platform we can use for, usually for my Griffin. I think that's what I did that one for. So if we come back down inside, come on, climb down, thank you. Through this way we have my kind of kitchen area in here. So I've got the industrial cooker, an outdoor cooking pot from, what's this one? This is from Medieval Props. This is really nice because inside here it has all the recipes for the dyes, and it also has all the recipes for the crafted foods. So the Rockwell recipes are all very good, but you still need to manually do them all. You can find all the recipes online, which is what you do anyway, from, was it Survive the ARK or whatever you use, and then you kind of work out exactly how many of each you need. But with this and S Plus, I can just say I want a load of Kaolian soup, so I say I want, say, 1,000 Kaolian soup, and this will drag in everything that is available. At the moment there's not much available at all, so I can't do that. It might be because there's no stuff in it, no spark powder in it. I'll see in a bit. Doesn't matter for now. Well, that's a lock up. Oh, okay, we've crashed out. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. I think trying to pull some stuff in this caused my client to crash. So yeah, I was trying to pull 1,000 different items into it. So I need to kind of calm down a bit on how much I'm pulling in these. So anyway, I'm making up here a load of that Kaolian soup, just by pulling the materials from here and then emptying the inventory of this into there. Makes it nice and easy, means you don't need to continuously put these water skins in and fill them up. You can just dump it all straight into this, and this is fully irrigated. And so we're making this for one of the guys outside that I'll show you. Anyway, we have our hatchery in here as well, the S Plus hatchery. This gathers in all the fertilised eggs and incubates them down to 1%, ready for hatching. So that's really nice. Over here we have a jerky fridge, jerky bin, and over here we have kibble and eggs fridge. We have a load of eggs in here, including 10 Gigantosaurus eggs and a load of bug repellent. So I've just been kind of storing stuff in here as well. Go through to the other side and we have our hatchery. I've been playing around with otters here. So we have the S Plus hitching post, which is amazing for breeding. You hitch them to this, and when they're on wander, they won't wander away, they won't walk around, they'll just stay there, but they will have all the benefits of being on wander. So you can mate them and they'll stay in one place. Brilliant, love it, wonderful. So I've got 2 feeding bins here. I've got one which is purely fish meat and one which is meat and berries. I think I need to fill this up. Oh no, I've got plenty of berries in there for now. And then a fridge which at the moment is empty. The nanny here does wonderful work, and the best thing about the new S Plus nanny is she keeps honey for a long time. You can see we're about halfway through the spoil timer here, and it's 6 days. And we've got a bit of meat and fish and berries in there as well for when we're taming. Essentially, she acts as a feeding trough for any non-adult dinosaurs. So adolescents, juveniles. Actually, no, sorry, it's only babies, I think. What does it say? Oh yeah, imprinting on nearby non-adults and acts as a feeding trough for babies. So during the first 10% of the baby's maturation, before we get to juvenile, then she will act as a feeding trough for them, and she'll also imprint on them for you as well, and she eats honey. So the only thing we really need to worry about is grabbing the honey. We had a long discussion between a lot of people on the server whether this was a little bit too cheaty or not. But we've decided, we've done it, it's more like a casual gaming server rather than like a hardcore tribe based thing. We're not trying to be the absolute best, we're not trying to make it an absolute nightmare of a challenge for us. We've done it the hard way without the nanny before this was around. We've hatched out a load of different stuff already, and we've decided now that the only thing that this really saves us is time, and that's pretty much it. It's not difficult to come in here every 2.5 hours or so and click a button, but we don't have the numbers to be able to do that for like 24 hours, get 100% imprinting on everything, which you would in a bigger tribe. So this allows us to kind of solo play and still be productive whilst soloing the game, essentially, which is what we want. It's raining outside now, which isn't great. Anyway, up at the top here you can see we've got a load of air conditioners. So in here, the hyperthermal and hypothermal insulation is really nice. I think we can hatch pretty much anything in here. Come outside and you'll see the rest of the base. I'm going to go first of all and grab, I'd like it to stop raining soon. I'm going to go and grab my Griffin, ignore everything around here, I'm going to give you the full tour. But I want to show you kind of a top-down view of what I've built up so far. So this is everything that I've got, and if we get his head out of the way there. So this building in the centre here, with the thatch kind of arch around it, this is the first building I made. This is the one I've just shown you around. And then I built up this bit over here. So I'll show you into this one next. Come down and land on this platform here. And so in here, this is small dino storage. We're slowly now collecting together a load of Pulmonoscorpius to get eggs for taming Rexes. We want to get a full Rex breeding program sorted so that we can actually start fighting the bosses soon. We got a Megalania. This I thought was going to be a really good pet, but it turned out to be pretty useless. We're on a PvE server. This is a PvP pet. This has trouble killing dodos on the beach, but if a player gets hit by it, then you're dead, essentially. It kills players very, very easily, gives a kind of disease onto you, and if you don't have an antidote, a lesser antidote on you, then yeah, you're dead. Nothing you can do. Over here we have a few people that have sank into the floor. We have my beaver. We have an iguanodon, which I've stacked nothing but speed onto, so you're really fast with infinite stamina. And we have the workhorse for trike. Now come on, let me out. A few days ago I actually got stuck by this one. I got trapped in between her claws at the front, and I had to knock this wall down to be able to get out. It's a nightmare. And up above we've got the second of the aviaries. This one is for griffins. So we have our original griffin up here. This is Bannerhog. Not as good as the griffin outside, Arengeth. But I love this room. This took ages to get right because we've got an odd number of ceilings here. We've got 5 ceilings across, but I needed a 4x4 space for this, the behemoth hatchway. So I had to use the triangle foundations to turn that into a 4, then some walls up, then some ceilings, and then put this onto there. So it took ages to work out how to do it. But now it's done, it's looking pretty good. My favourite thing with this is it's just the right height. If I pull my griffin over here, just underneath, a little bit further, there we go, and I just press space to take off, it's like a VTOL takeoff, where I shoot out of the window and the window closes behind me. So I take off, I raise up and out, and that closes behind me. So elegant, I love it. If you're kind of an old hand to the channel, you've seen the stuff I've done on Minecraft, you'll know my kind of elegance in design, my love of elegance within design. I don't like things that look just ugly, basically. And so there's a few finishing touches I need to do in here. I need to bring all of these down. But I'm not going to worry about that for now, because it's all going to be taken down. So why am I giving you this tour? That's a question I'm sure some people are asking when all of this is going to be ripped down. It's because you're coming into it so late. We've done a huge amount on here, and I want to show you what I've done and kind of why I've been so busy on this game and essentially not recording, because I've been so involved within all of this. The next bit I built was over here, and I knew that we would have wyverns and quetzes soon, and I wanted to build a water pen as well, so I thought I would kill two birds with one stone, or at least two birds with one stone really, and so I built this. Now this is, we can see the signs at the front here, this is a wyvern and quetz landing pad, and it is also a moon pool to the water pen. So we have our quetz here. I managed to tame this up the other day, follow it around the map on a griffin, shoot it down and tame him up. Is it him or her? It is a her. So we've got the platform saddle on there now. Not exactly too sure what to put on the platform saddle. It might end up just being a couple of cannons so we can tame a rock golem, but never know. And then we have the wyvern here. Now this wyvern was one of 5 that we birthed and raised over a weekend a couple of weeks ago. Well, actually no, last weekend I think it was. Yeah, I think it was last weekend. Depending on when you're watching this, it was years ago, I don't know. Anyway, this Svalbard here was 1 out of 5. I had, actually I originally had a level 185 fire wyvern egg, but I made the stupid mistake of putting it into the obelisk for safekeeping, and then when I took it back out again, it hatched at level 1. So we starved that one to death, and I got this one instead. This was a 155 ice wyvern when we started, and I really like this wyvern. 100% imprinted the hard way, and we've got a wyvern trap set up on the beach down there that I would love to show you later on. And then down here I have not fully finished yet actually. This is the water pen. So you can see we've got pillars all the way around the sides, and these do go, if I put my flippers and my scuba set on, you can see these go all the way down to the seabed. And we have a, where is it here, a behemoth gate up there, so that I can actually take stuff out, bring stuff in. And so it is technically complete down here. I've got a few more ladders to put in, probably about 100 more ladders or so to put in to be able to get these down to the ground as well. And then this is done, but I had some mantas spawn within this, so I've got to spawn proof it before I can put anything in it. I need to make sure that nothing spawns in there, because the mantas ended up killing my Ichthyosaurus, and that was gutting. Level 25 manta as well, so it wasn't even a high one. Probably forgive it if it was a 150. So there we go. Let's take the griffin back. Arangeth here was a 150 griffin, I couldn't help but tame. And where to next? Greenhouse is, well, exactly what you'd expect from a greenhouse. But over here, I know what I'll do. I'll grab that Kaelian soup that we made, Going through, into here, into here, and it should be in here. 48 of them, wonderful, that can keep them going for a while. Because there's a couple more of the S Plus stuff here which we're using. So on this side we have our gardener here. She's a bit of a drunkard, she works on beer, got 2 left in her there, and these need to be filled up. You can see she collects the crops once they are harvestable, and she stores them within her inventory here. And you can, these do have an increased spoil timer on them. You can see it's 1 day per item on here. But I think you can add preserving salts to her as well. And then over here we have the farmer. Now the farmer will collect, he works on Kaelian soup, and he will collect fertilizer from any crops, was it compost bins or dung beetles? So we have 2 compost bins there, we have a dung beetle here, and he's actually got a level, so I'll have to increase the weight. There we go. Yeah, and they'll, so yeah, sorry, the farmer will collect fertilizer from the dung beetles and from the compost bins, and then distribute it to any of these crop plots. So I've got 24 narco berries, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the advanced crops, and 24, well no, 6, yes, 6 of the advanced crops and 24 of the stimberries, that's the one, for stimulants. So that's that building there, and on the outside here I've got, yeah, narcoberries, sava root, rock carrot, citronal, longgrass, and stimberries. I'm going to show you the boats in a bit because I'm really proud of them, and I want to kind of, these are the ones that are staying. These are going to be the staples, so I'll talk you through those. And this is just the last building, very quick and easy to show you. The Hall of Valor is where I was going to put all of my artifacts and trophies and all the stuff like that, everything I can display, and it is a gigantic space in here. I've been playing around with different kind of tessellations between the triangles and the squares, and I came up with a floor design that's really quite special. We have to do it justice by going up and flying upwards here. I've taken the roof off it already so that we can just see inside it, and I love the design of that floor. I really do like it. It started off as kind of as one of these circles. Yeah, and then kind of grew into this. So I'm gutted that I'm gonna tear this down, but it's in the way of a load of resources. At the back here, all the way along here, I've kind of ruined the spawns of all of the metal and rock, and we're going to need a huge amount of metal and rock in all the building work we're going to be doing over the next few episodes. So that is all of the buildings. So now we're going on to the boats. I know this is going to be a bit of a long tour, but I want to catch you all up on where I am now, and so we can then kind of take everything down and start again. A little bit of a glitch there we go. So this was the first boat that I built, originally out of stone and then upped it to metal. We've increased the structure limit just slightly on the server here so we can have some bigger boats and bigger platforms, just to kind of bring something new to it, I suppose. Try and expand on the builds that have already been put out online. And so I like the design of this boat. This is a 3x3 taming pen with walls 3 high, and this is actually a wall here. If I come up to it and jump, you'll be able to see the text. There we go, the S Plus glass wall, which is fully transparent. So this is the taming pen with doors that you can open from any side. This one's manual, the rest of them are auto close. Inside the ramp here we have the actual kind of workings. so that I can travel this around, go to wherever and tame stuff up, with preserving bin, mortar and pestle, some storage, the S+ crafting station, which is my kind of main storage on here, and a smithy for repairs. And that's pretty much all you need from a taming boat. And in here we have the bed here. With most of my boats, I've tried to make them boat shaped as much as I can, as much as you can in ARK. And I've sank the foundations down and put a trapdoor, well, a hatch frame with no trapdoor, so that you can still access the boat. And this is the view you get. So it's actually really quite a good view out when you're sailing in this. And usually I sail in K mode anyway, so I'm usually up here looking underneath the water for any whales. So that is this boat. Yeah, so this was the first boat I did. It allowed me to tame some really big stuff early on in the game, which was mainly the kind of small horde of Allosauruses I have over there. We have Saturn, Dracos, Anubis and Osiris over there, my Allosaurs. What else did I tame? Oh, I've tamed loads of stuff in this. The Ankylosaurus. I think most of, yeah, the Sabertooth. Two of these. This one is newly bred. And then I think I've got rid of most of my other dinos. And then this guy, this was amazing. I don't know if you know the Ragnarok map, but he was in the Murder Snow, which is the coldest place on the map, about -64 degrees Celsius. So you ice cube really easily there, and I managed to kite this guy down all the way down through a redwood forest, onto the shoreline of the beach, and then into my taming boat. I managed to tame him up in there. Had to take the doors off and the walls out to be able to get him back out again, but it was a nice easy tame once he was in there. So yeah, really pleased with that boat. And I've managed to make it roughly boat shaped as well. My second boat is over here, and I wanted to really kind of push the mechanics of the game to see how much of a boat shape you could actually make a boat in ARK. So I think I've actually come really close here. This is a really nice, elegant design. And again, yeah, you're going to hear me saying it again, elegance in design, I love it. So I've got the kind of fluted front here, whereas most of it is 3 foundations. So the front comes to 2 foundations with triangle ceilings, and the kind of raised up bit at the front. It's the same at the back as well. And this, I think it looks a bit like a, I don't know, like a yacht, small yacht, pleasure boat type thing, with the access at the back and at the sides for dinos. I've called it small dino transport because first time I used this, I ended up coming back here with about 7 or 8 different dinosaurs attached to it somewhere, you know, just kind of squashed into the corners, a bit hungry, and eat. And so the top here, I've got the glass ceiling on as well. If we go inside, there's a decent amount of space in here. I've got bed, again, crafting table. I've taken the mortar and pestle out, I don't know why. Preserving bin and smithy. And then, yes, it is one-way glass, so you can see out the top. You can see out of all the different windows and door frames and everything. So you get a really good amount of vision. If we actually drive it, you can see full vision all the way around. And at night time, this thing lights up like a Roman candle because of all of these standing torches. They're all on intensity 20. So this thing really does light up at night. Recently, I've just put in a hatch frame in here, like an airlock type thing, but it's really awkward to use. Wildcards still haven't fixed the trapdoors, so when you open a trapdoor, it's really difficult to use anything inside it, and to actually get down inside as well. It's really awkward to do anything with it. So until they fix that, this is not really going to do anything at all. I'll talk you through this boat now. This is the kind of the latest boat that I built. The small boat you can see inside it, the small kind of Viking ship, is from the medieval props mod, and it was really cheap. It's about the same material cost as a standard raft, as one of those rafts, but it behaves like a speedboat, like a motorboat. So you get the reverse and you get a lot of speed with it. And I wanted to build a very fast dino storage, or dino transport basically. It has problems stopping, it has a lot of inertia with it. Haven't really done much with that at all since I built it. And finally, if we go all the way around the other side of the base, you have the mobile workshop you saw me take the Griffin from before. Come all the way around. I'm going to leave out meeting all of the other different dinosaurs that I've tamed up for today. You've seen some of them as we've been going around. Just to mention, I have managed to tame up two Gigantosauruses, or 2 gigas up there. One was a 95, one was a 130, I think, 135. But there is a Giga Trap that I built up over there in the Highlands. And yeah, this is the last boat, so I've done kind of the same fluted design. I wanted as big a base as I could possibly get on this, and I could only get the raised bits at the back. It wouldn't allow me to put them on at the front, so I just put foundations in at the front. So it's a bit blocky at the front there. So on here I have the grinder, fabricator, smithy, industrial forge, generator, industrial grill, couple of fridges. And this is my main kind of crafting area here with all of this kind of materials in. So the next time you see this place, it is going to look a bit more bare, because at least this building will have gone. I may keep up these two for now until we gain a few more resources. Try and actually do this a little bit more piecemeal than I was originally going to do. I was just going to knock everything down and start again, but I think we need to do it a little bit more piecemeal. Hello sheep, level 20. I can't even be bothered to tame you. I really can't. These spawn on my beach, so I can just shear them here. I don't actually need to tame any, which is really nice because it saves me on vegetable gates. So yes, I think I have waffled on for far too long already this episode. I hope that you've kind of enjoyed this little base tour here, seeing what I've been doing over the last kind of 3 weeks in real life. Yeah, I'm back. So I hope you will join me again. I will try and put out these episodes as often as I can. It's not going to be a daily or even kind of every other day series. I'm going to put them out as often as I can, but bear with me while I try and work out a regular schedule again. I'd like to try and get at least 2 episodes a week out for you guys. With the castles, keeps and forts mod, do any of you use it? Let me know some tips and tricks for using that mod, and any kind of build designs that you think would work well in this area. I want to try and keep the natural beauty of the area, but also I want to build big. Back to some of the builds I did in Minecraft, and some of the kind of inspirations that I got for that, and you'll kind of get how big I want to build here. So I want to take over this area and build something spectacular, hopefully with your guys' input as well. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.